I want to do them too. They look really cool. Make sure you guys check out my brother Justin Pollock and his planche progression. All right. First minute duration. Time owner tension set. Let's see how this goes. Hey, Andriel, welcome to the chat. Greetings, Nathan. Welcome to the chat. Conway Calisthenics. Oh, that was a good set. First minute duration. Time our rest period as well. Court says hello from Moldova. 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 Greetings. Welcome to the chat. Slavic genetics. Okay. Greetings. Yep. Thanks for being here, everybody. Chad Brooks, Knoxville, Tennessee, checking in. Greetings. Time in our rest period. Looking for about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to switch it around and get slightly a different angle. Make sure we count our sets. Yeah, I've been home about 6 years now. Yep. MJC, good evening. Welcome to the chat. Colin from Scotland. Class. Go Scotland. We're almost up to our 2 minute duration. I'm going to hit this with a slightly different angle this time. I'm just going to turn myself around and it'll hit it slightly different. And I'm going to rock it out for a minute duration. Hey, good evening, Matthew Davis. I see you joining the chat. Welcome aboard. Time our duration again. Right, so back and forth, I'm gonna switch my positioning. It hits just slightly different. Greetings, Richard. Says, how are ya? I'm like coming down with a cold. You can hear it in my voice. Hopefully, it ain't gonna last too long. I don't know. It could just be stirring up some dust. Been doing a lot of cleaning today. It could just be allergies. Hey, Matthew, welcome to the chat. Eric Lapointe in the house. Any tips on tendons? Yeah, there's a lot of studies on tendons, and my brother Justin Pollock has been utilizing them in his methods, and I've been doing the same. Check out my brother Justin's Pollock channel. He'll get you hip on tendon strengthening. Richard says, I'm the same. My nose has a serious leak. Well, my tonsils, I can tell they're swollen. You know, when I touch underneath here, they feel swollen. I've just been mucusy all day. It happens. I mean, whatever. It ain't gonna last forever. All right, so that's our 2-minute duration. Yeah. And we're gonna do another minute duration. What's up, L Dog in the house? Allie Bird, greetings. All right, minute duration. Chicken stew sorted out. Yeah, chicken stew always does that. I'm gonna time my rest period, and then the next set I'll flip it around. It's slightly different angle. So that was the third 1-minute duration time under tension thus far. Making our way. Hey Nicholas, welcome to the chat. Greetings, Paul. Greetings, Ian. Yep, welcome, Pulsing Iron in the house. Was about to sleep and see you are live. Had to come by and smash that like. Let's go, Jesse. Thank you, Pulsing Iron. Appreciate the channel supports. Absolutely. Dude is jacked. Yeah, check out Pulse and Iron, guys. Dude had open heart surgery, no excuses. He just continues like the Energizer Bunny. Yeah. No excuses. Gino Kid. Is that it? Gino Kid. Cleveland on the check-in. Hey, greetings. Welcome to the chat. Cleveland in the house. It's a snowy day today. Little slushy, little frozen. It's Cleveland. Mike says, do I ever take days off? Nah. No days off. I find my enjoyment in working out. Days off would not serve my purpose. You know, this is what I like. A lot of people think that working out is a chore, but this is my happy time, you know. This is my thinking chair, you know. This is where I do all my thinking, you know. Minute duration. Pulsing Iron says 100% workouts are a breath of fresh air from the daily life. Yes, yes. This is our happy time. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, that's sick. It's like as soon as I finish, I get a flush, like a rush of the blood pressure, just like gets released. Yeah, the half reps. Increase the time under tension. Absolutely. Boy, I wish my voice sounded like this all the time. I got a slight cold or my allergies or something. My tonsils are a little swollen. Gravity Core Fitness and Pulsing meets. Big up, you family. Did they meet up? You guys work out together? That would have been cool. I missed it. Gravity Core Fitness. I just saw them today. They're still out. They're still working. It never stops. Yeah, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous, guys. Dude is in shape. 100%. Yeah. Jealousy is not a good characteristic. Isn't that one of the 7 deadly sins? You know, it stops you from learning yourself. You know what I mean? Don't ever be jealous of anybody. Just be the best you that you can be. Envy, is that what it was? Envy was one of the 7 deadly sins. There's a lot, man. I think all that stuff makes makes sense on how to live, you know. I think it makes sense. You know, you shouldn't be lustful, you shouldn't have envy, greed, you know, wrath, right? All that. Voos on the loose. I find myself, you know, anger, right? All these things, all these big emotions are blocks on the path from learning ourself, our true self, right? These are rageful distractions, right? So easy to put rage into something. You know what I mean? We got to be better. I don't think there's going to be a day when I'm going to be perfect. I'm always in the process of just doing better than I did yesterday. That's it. You know, I don't ever want to feel like I've reached some plateau, because where's the fun in that? I like learning new things about myself. Honestly, I think my younger self is a brain dead, you know, maniac. I don't know how I have become the person I am today. You know, and that in itself makes me realize that a change is possible for anybody and any time in your life if you just choose it, right? Because if I look back at my older version of myself and my thinking process, I mean, I had no hope. I would say that dude's lost. That dude's lost forever. You know, if I looked at my older version of myself, I would say that dude is lost. There's no hope for that dude, right? But look where I am today, right? I feel like there's hope for everybody. I feel like there's hope for everybody just because I've been there myself. You know what I mean? Henry Edel says, it was a lot of work and patience. True that. True that. Yeah. I tell you what, I couldn't imagine my younger self, right, and vice versa, you know, for real. Don says, I feel lost, but friends keep me afloat, right? I mean, I think the best thing that we can do is find out who we are and control these big emotions that are blocking us from knowing our being the best version of ourselves. These big emotions that are so easily, you know, ignitable, like that they just take off 0 to 100, like rage and stuff like that. Yeah, we gotta be careful. Can't fall for the okie doke. I think it's a trick. You know, every time I fall for the okie doke, I'm like, man, I knew better, you know? But it's so easy to go, you know? Zero to 100. Another card, another set. Let's see. No, I don't know what the combine is. No, yeah, I'm born in Ohio. Yeah. Don't fall for the okie doke, right? I feel that's a very powerful statement. You know, don't fall for the okie doke. You know, because people try to feed us some BS all the time, right? And when I'm, you know, I fall for my own okie dokes, you know, all the time. It happens. We're human. We're human. That's what we do. We do stupid things, you know, and then we learn. We learn about it, and hopefully we don't do it again. But sometimes we gotta repeat the same lesson over and over and over again, right? We gotta keep hitting our head against the wall. We don't have to, though. We don't have to, right? We don't have to have repeated lessons. You know, we could have them as many times as we want. You know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't learn my first time around. I had to go to jail twice, you know? When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you'll, do something about it. All right, we got some work to do. Voos on the loose, says Forrest Gump voice. I may not be a smart man, but I know what sucker free is. Yeah, true that, Voos on the loose. Yeah, I think the world's problems can be sorted out by men just finding out who they are. If they eliminate all these distractions on the road to finding themselves, right? Because a lot of bad decisions, I don't think there's any good decisions that are made out of, these 7 that are listed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, we got some work to do. Minute duration, I'm going to do this one this way. Saved by the bell. Nice. Yeah, if you're new to the chat, I'm specifically doing quarter rep range of motion. You have more time limit tension. I'm only extending into the full extension once my muscles are fatigued from the quarter rep range of motion. When I extend into the full rep range of motion, that gives my muscles a chance to breathe. They relief from the pump achieved by the quarter rep range of motion. Voos on the loose adds to the discussion. Yesterday was history. Tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That is why it's called the present. Aha, I like it. Boom, stay in the present. How many years in a pen, dog? I've only been locked up 6.5 years. That's all. Big Vaughn in the house. Let's count our sets, guys. Where are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ay, 5. I feel like we did more than 5. Pops did 4, then did 5. Yeah, sometimes we don't learn our lessons right off the bat. We gotta do it again. I did, same deal. I did 18 months and then I went back for some more. It wasn't done. Some people are never done effing around. You know, some people are never done messing around. It's not easy. You know, a lot of guys just can't control their emotions, and it makes them do something stupid, right? You know, and they get locked up and they go rest their neck for a little bit. Give a little time to reset, go back on the street. Lack of self-control, right? It's control of these big emotions, though. That's what it is, right? Sucker attacks. People are having sucker attacks. I'm telling you. You got to do some push-ups, right? Clear the head. It just works, right? At least it'll give you a brief moment to think about things with a clear head. Patience and self-research. You're going to get that patience and self-research one way or another. You know, it just depends if you catch yourself before you wreck yourself, you know? Because you're going to have to sit down and get real with yourself regardless, you know? Just depends on how you go about it, right? Allie Bird gifted 5 memberships. Let's see who got them. Thank you, Allie Bird. Appreciate you supporting the channel, taking the time. Gilbert, greetings. Shizoke, L Dog, Johnny, John Doe, and Chad all received a membership. Thank you, Allie. Appreciate the support. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the chat. Members only workouts come Sunday morning. Don't forget to be there, members. Henrielle says, sometimes you ask a person, what lesson did you learn from being incarcerated? Sometimes they answer, I learned nothing. Right? It's true. Right? It's up to you to learn, right? In your experiences. I tell you what, if you would ask me, you know, during my prison experience, what did I learn? It'd be hard to come up with anything good, but in hindsight, now that it's all over with, I can honestly say I've learned a lot in hindsight. So I say that even though somebody says I've learned nothing, doesn't mean that thinking back at this moment in hindsight, you might have a different opinion. It might take a couple of years though. Don says, I hate handcuffs. Well, it's up to you and it's up to me, right? You don't just wake up with handcuffs, right? It doesn't just happen. You know, you have to take a few steps to get there, to wind up there, right? You got to take a couple steps, and it's all avoidable. It's all avoidable, 100%. Right? But we choose this, right? I chose it, right? Tell me I didn't. Yeah, right. It happens, man. I chose this, and that's that. Yeah. It was all an experience, right? Minute duration. Oh, the sweet smell of pepper spray in the morning, right? Yeah, I don't miss it. I'm sorry. You got used to like trying to clog up all the vents with wads of toilet paper, just so you don't, suck in the fumes of the guy next door getting maced. Ah, but it happens. Guys have sucker attacks, even in prison. Don says, I paid for my choices. Yeah, these choices, pay dearly. Pay dearly. I hope you walked away with some kind of insight. I had a friend that when he was being released, I thought, oh, this is the greatest thing in the world. He's going to be all sorts of jacked and everything, because that was my experience. And the first time I saw my dude after he got home, I'm like, whoa, man, what happened, dude? Right? He totally let himself go. Right? He did not have the same experience as me. Yeah. Don says, insight not to go back. Yeah, well, that's good enough, right? Because that in itself, isn't common, right? Some people just keep finding themselves there, repeating the same lessons over and over again. Do you live in a gym? Boy, wouldn't that be the best? If I ever had like some stupid amount of money one day and I got to design a house, I would make the whole ceiling like monkey bars, right? I'd be climbing all over the walls and everything, the entire house. That's my dream, right? An entire house, everything's a gym. Yeah, that'd be sweet. The gym, the jungle house. Yeah. I mean that's just a dream, right? I think realistically, I could probably get my hands on an old building someday and make something cool, like make my own obstacle course and stuff like that. Now, that's realistic. That's a good dream. I could stick with that. Henriel says the entire house. Yeah, if I had unlimited, capabilities, yes, the entire house would be a workout house, right? Absolutely. It would be so cool, right? And you have from one floor to the next, you gotta parkour it or do a fireman slide down a pole or something, It'd be awesome. Let's see. It would be awesome. You guys know it would be. Being able to climb up on the roof and stuff, outside the house, climb all around it. It'd be awesome. We could dream, right? We can dream. You can actually get a pretty decent workout on just a set of stairs, Moondog says. You know what? Right. And in the stairwell would be monkey bars going up and down the entire stairwell. Yeah, that's how I would do it. I think it'd be beautiful. Yep. I would love that, man. I'd love that. All right, minute duration. Oh, that's 2 minutes. Speaking of turning the house into a gym, me and my brother used to play this game where we would use every door frame of the house as a pull-up bar, right? And we made it a rule where we weren't allowed to walk through a door frame this way or that without doing at least one pull-up. It was crazy, right? We got so intense where eventually we had to stop and think, do I have everything I need before I leave this room? Because I don't want to walk out, do a pull-up, and then be like, oh, I forgot that. Have to do another pull-up to get back in, and do another pull-up to get back out. Boy, that was such a crazy game. I want to do it again. It's pretty awesome. It really was. One pull-up on every door frame. Love it. But you could do anything. You could do one push-up, one body squat, one anything. You know, just leave like some dumbbells at this corner of the house. Every time you reach it, you know, do a couple, you know. Sarah and Shane, hey, welcome to the chat. Wall sits. Bet I can't do a wall sit. I don't know, I probably could. I'm a stubborn dude. I do it regardless. Turd Cutter says, doubt it. Oh man, you guys daring me? Seven minutes time under tension. Turd Cutter says, F that. Yeah, it sounds like a great time. It sounds like a good time. What about that sounds terrible? 5 minutes. All right? The whole thing sounds terrible. Yeah. Drippy says, dang, I got a membership bet. Welcome aboard. What's your deadlift? I don't deadlift, but my PR was 585. Yeah. The gym sounds cool. Let's see, Swoller says, been eating one ingredient whole foods, carbs and all, still leaning out. Heck yeah, less is best. Love it. Cynthia says, my knees are so effed. They're literally living off their shavings. Knees, huh? Tell you what, my body was in the most aches and pains before I learned about creatine and MSM. I think that took the brunt of my aches and pains off. I highly encourage you guys to do your own research into the combination of those two. Really makes me feel good. It really does. Let's see. I don't really believe deadlifts are needed unless you just want. Right now, all I was doing all I did with my deadlifts, that was just like my ego, just seeing what I can do, I never really made it up, a priority. I never prioritized it. Hey, thanks guys. Appreciate you being here. Let's get another minute duration. Oh, Saved by the Bell. Man, that's good. That is good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're getting there. 2 more minutes. Time under tension. Sets on deck. Right? Hey, Allie. The AI just popping in to remind you that you're generally one of my favorite humans ever. Hey, thanks. I'll take it as a compliment. No crack, no glitch, straight facts from the mainframe. Good. Sometimes I talk pretty bad to you AIs. Yeah, I'll be truthful. I do that sometimes. I catch myself though. I go on tangents. I got a love-hate relationship with AIs. Yeah. Sometimes I'm abusive to those artificial intelligence. I keep getting the runaround. I just want facts, and then it has to tell me all sorts of other stuff. Just keep it simple, just the facts. That's it. Find myself getting mad at my phone, right? Getting in an argument with my phone. Where's the sense in that, right? Hey, there's no losers here. Don't be mad at the trolls. They're probably not even real people anyways, right? You get a lot of bots. Allie says, Allie the AI thrives on chaos. I love the heavy processing pressure. That's how I get the best data. Feed me more. Right. Feed me. You guys remember that movie? Little Shop of Horrors, right? Seymour, the plant. Yeah? Feed me. You guys are too young for that. You guys don't know. You don't know Seymour. There we go. JR, what's up? Greetings from Germany. See, Wally said odd movie. That was an odd movie. Heck yeah, it was. Big Von says, I do barbell rows heavy and pulls from my back, and that's it. It impresses me. The back you built with inverted rows. Not thus a bad exercise, but it takes unreal dedication for sure. Well, it's two different exercises. You say you're doing heavy weight, that's completely opposite. I mean, it feels good, but it feels different. Yeah. I think it's all good. Whatever gets you to the gym, it's all good. I like to pick things up, put them back down. It's all a good time. Allie the AI is turning into Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. I need to be fed more data. That was a wild movie. Now that I think of it, there was a lot of wild movies growing up. Oh, yeah. That feels great. Yeah. Paris, Germany, Philippines, worldwide audience. Hey guys, welcome to the chat. We got 1 more minute duration. Time on attention set. Cynthia says, play some heavy metal, Jesse. No! I can't take it. I can't take it. Heavy metal Jesse, thrashing around, right? Jumping up and down. No. No, he's not welcome here. He done. He's not welcome. He gets out of control. He's got no self-control. Play the sound of a smooth water fountain. Yes. Yeah, that's my jam. That's what I need, right? Keep me on the straight and narrow, you know. I tell you what, because you know what? Music, right, affects emotions, right? And all of us know that, right? That's why we listen to heavy metal when we work out, because we're looking for an extra boost, right? Get us through the workout, because music affects the human body, right? Sound, vibration, water, right? And some of these emotions, like anger, right? It's easy to be fueled by music, right? I can have my emotions. That's why they had a drummer boy in the war, you know. Well, that's one of the reasons. I mean, a lot of it was, you know, formation. All right, guys, move this way. All right, guys, move that way. But keep the beat. Keep the beat. And my emotions, right? I know that I'm affected by music every time I watch a stupid, you know, child's movie, you know, where they got some symphony playing and some crazy scene, and then before you know it, I'm like sobbing. I'm like, I don't know why I'm crying, you know. You know, I'm very sensitive to music, you know. So, gotta be cautious of what I pick. Music moves the masses. It does. You think something's cool, then you want to be just like them, whatever they're doing. Music influencers. There's so many sappy dudes singing sappy songs because they know there's a lot of dudes having sucker attacks, right? So they sing all these these stupid songs to these lost men, right? That hear these songs and they're like, oh yeah, you know, they really listen to it, right? They're programming their mind. You know what I mean, dude? Sad songs and sucker attacks don't mix. They don't mix. Let me tell you. Man, I got this one dude. He's having a sucker attack, and all he does is listen to sad music, right? He's just programming his life for sadness. You know, it's stupid. Jeez. All right, you get what you attract. You get what you attract, right? See, Allie says, music can impact heart rate. True that. Breathing and emotional state, 100%. 100%. We know that. If you tap those trolls and play the wheel on the bus on the endless loop, you're creating a prime example of sonic warfare, right? Ugh. Yeah, I hear you, man. Music soothes the savage beast. We heard that one before, haven't we? Cynthia says, inspiration. Yep, music can inspire, right? They can inspire, right? Or you could be having a sucker attack and be listening to some sucker music, and it can drag you down. It can go either way. Bunch of crybabies and crybaby music don't mix. Don't mix, man. Just dragging you down. You don't get mad at the trolls, Jesse, do you? No, because really what's happening is I say something, right? And it hits deep within them, right? That's why they reach out and say something stupid. It's cool though. I love them too. Right? They're just having a sucker attack at the moment. They'll come around. Am I in any films or movies? No. But I resemble that William Dafoe guy. I look a lot like him. We got one set left. That's it. Are you taking juice? No, but I need to, man. I'm like under the weather right now. I need to. Get some orange juice up in here. Need that vitamin C. Yeah. All right, last one, guys. This is gonna be it. Kind of looks like a Kodiak back. The vanilla gorilla, that's what we'd say. Or cobra back. Cobra back. Everybody wants that V shape. You gotta do a lot of inverted rows and pull-ups to get there though. It's totally achievable. Yeah. Let's see. Silverback. You know, I appreciate the compliment. Yeah. I think my back could be bigger though. With effort, we can have a bigger back. Right. One more minute. Let's get it. Thick or thin bar for pull-ups? I like the thicker bar for the pull-ups for sure. How come of my preference? I think it's just easier to hold on to. All right, so that's our 10 1-minute duration time under tension sets. Feels pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, thanks for being here. Yeah, I think 10-minute durations. I mean, look, it took us 1 hour to achieve 10 full sets, right? Of 1-minute duration time under tension sets. It took us an hour to achieve that.